Good afternoon, designers, and welcome to episode maybe like 185 of Game of Rugs. So, today we are going to do the normal things. We're going to look at the daily, we're going to review some scores, and we're going to vote on some rooms, we're going to send some shit in. Uh, I was at one point this week in danger of hitting an all time high. I had a 4.89. I've never hit 4.90, and at this point, I consider that to be some kind of like magical Narnia that is going to involve me having to buy some kind of wardrobe that I pass through, and then like an epic heroic challenge. And like I feel like that's unlikely to happen at this juncture in my life. So I've given up on that dream. However, I don't think any of these three scores are very good because I have now plummeted to a 4.77, which isn't terrible, but it's a long way off from a 4.89. So so let's see how much voters hate me, and then we'll have a quick review of how much voters liked me this week just to make me feel better. Mmm. Okie dokie. Well, I thought this was a pretty good effort. I mean, I hated it, but I thought it was a good effort. Apparently, I should have gone for this ugly green instead of the ugly green that I went for. I guess. Okay. Or blue. I could have chosen blue. I'm not going to feel badly about this. Also, I managed to use these fucking ugly green velvet couches that are so hard to use. I loved this room. Okay, I'm such a bitch. I am quietly upset I didn't get a 5 on this room because I loved it with every iota of my 1980s surviving Laura Ashley loving heart. It's very Laura Ashley wallpaper. But hey, you know what? Did not win a 5. Did win a sofa I'm literally never going to be able to use. So that's cool. Because you know how often this game asks for a sectional? Like never. You know how often this game asks for an outdoor sectional? Twice. Twice in the last like 700 years that I have played this game. Uh I think I did get a 5 in the original. Pretty sure I did. I might go look that up. Anyway, yeah, no, I loved this room then. I love it now. I don't care what anybody else did to decorate it because they were all wrong and my room was the best. So screw them. Fair. Oh my god. I don't even know why I sent this room in. It must have been a daily. Did I have to? This was so painful for everybody involved, but mostly me. I don't know why I went with pink furniture instead of white furniture. I don't know. Let's just pretend this never happened. Let's just go pretend this never happened. And then let's make me feel better by looking at the I'm sorry, 10 fives that I got since the last episode. I don't think this was in the last episode. I loved this. I don't have a lot more to say about it except that I am surprised that without a matching sofa, I mean there wasn't a matching sofa, so I wasn't competing against anybody who had a matching sofa. But it's this one could have gone either way. This one, however, we looked at last week, and I pointed out that this is like one of my favorite submissions ever. And indeed, it got a 5, and I'm really happy about that. And I love, love, love using these chairs. Every opportunity we have to use these chairs, I am all over that shit. This was a weird one, but I'm really happy that it got a 5. I really like this room, and also that is the toast rug. That rug 100% looks like toast, and I'm glad that I had a reason to use it. I was secretly very proud of this room. Voters do not like French rooms. I like French rooms. And but like I've been devastated and had my heart broken so often by French rooms that I loved that voters hated. And, coffee break. Mm, um, that I now have like post French room trauma, and I'm afraid to hope, but that one worked out. So that was nice. This one also worked out. I've just loved this blue color theme. It's so good. I just loved it. This was a surprise, but I also liked the green. It was a good week for limited editions for me, and here's one that didn't use any. So that was a surprise. I did use my last abstract art, and what else? This was a struggle. Lots of rooms looked exactly identical. Everybody used these chairs. This was just luck. There was not a lot to choose between the different entries. This was not only a surprise, but an undeserving surprise because this was not a particularly attractive room. I don't know how I got here, and it certainly didn't deserve a 5, and many other people had more attractive rooms. And this was a room that I thought was so ugly I almost didn't send it in, but I forget that other people do not hate this magnolia decor that came from the My Home thing. I hate it. I think it's rank. Other people like it. I forget that other people like it, and obviously voters will vote for it. So those are my 10 fives from the last week to make me feel better about my very mediocre scores that I just unveiled. And now let's look at today's daily. An eclectic living room for a family in Manhattan. I always just like to look at the locations and be judgmental about whether they could actually exist where Design Home thinks they do, because of course they never do. We had a house in Dublin, a Dublin house last week that was like a wood frame colonial. This is Ireland. We have neither wood nor colonists. So anyway, um, fun. What are we gonna do here? Oh yes, right. Okay, so this is the thing where they want us to buy the. They want me to buy this elegant blue limited edition pack, and I am not going to do that because that sofa is fucking unusable, and I will show you why it's unusable in a minute. I am, however, going to buy this art because literally nothing else. Well, I wouldn't say nothing else. Okay, I do have other art that could work. I mean, in theory, I could use this because it's both blue and orangey brown. But let me fucking tell you how Design Home does not want Halloween art at any other time of year. I could theoretically use these and get rid of them, and that would be nice. But I'm so traumatized by the last time I tried to use Halloween art and got my ass handed to me that I don't know if I can use those now because that's from Christmas. And then the last thing that I might consider using that does not carry the burden of trauma with it is hello? Sir? Where are you? Okay, I guess the other piece of art I'm considering using is art I don't own. So we're not going to be doing that. I'm not like made up about this. I'm not. It doesn't. I feel like it's not brown enough. Anyway, the reason we're not buying the limited edition thing is because I'm still trying to use these fucking weird shaped sofas. As you will note, I still have five of them. Five of these things. So hard to use. No matching chairs. But anyway, if we go to blue velvet, I think that we will end up with the light blue stuff. Great, let's use a Jonathan Adler sofa. And then, please, God, there might be matching chairs. This stuff is just so hard to use if you can't match it to anything. Of course not. Of course. No. No. Why would there be matching chairs? For fuck's sake. God, I hate this game. What are we gonna do? Do I have two matching chairs in anything other than this? Because that would be a good place to start. I have these. And then I don't know what I'm going to use for art. And then... Uh, fuck my life. Okay, to be fair, it's not just fuck my life because everybody else is struggling with this bullshit as well. What about these? There are also ottomans, and the blue's not bad. Oh, we just need a different blue sofa. These are so nice. Look how nice that would be, and how nice this would be. I mean, I could just ignore the periwinkle color from the fireplace. Mm. How about that? I mean, obviously, it's not going to do as well as if I had persevered with the light blues. But there are just no matching chairs, and I'm not sure I'm willing to sign up for that level of stress in my life. Okay, are there any matching chairs? Like, there are no matching chairs that I own, for sure. Barclay Butera. I feel like this might be really good. But expensive. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not expensive. Maybe I just have it in my head that it's expensive. That's actually really nice. And then I can borrow a sofa. Oh, fuck. I have to re-authenticate my Facebook. I will be right back. So as it turns out, I'm not going to be right back because one, I cannot remember my Facebook password to log in so I can borrow a matching sofa. And two, it turns out there aren't any matching sofas, so we're just going to have to find a matching sofa. I do think that this is a horrendous waste of really nice furniture on my part, and I'm making poor decisions, but like here we are anyway. This could work. This could work. Please work. Please work. That's not the worst thing ever. Okay. Great. So now we're going to buy these because we have half a fucking plan here. And then I think we need some tables. So should we try for brown? No, absolutely not. Never mind the window frames. That's so ugly. This is so much better. I mean, still ugly, but obviously I have low standards. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody expects me to do anything except use these level 55 vases that, like, if anybody needs to pick out an urn for me at any point in my life, just fucking buy these things and shove me in them. I clearly love them. They must at this point be my most purchased item. And if they're not, they're my second most purchased item, and this fucker is my most purchased item. I mean, it's not very like, if you turn up here and watch me do a room, I'm gonna say you have a fairly good idea that you know what the fuck you are getting. Ooh, fancy. Let's look at that. I mean, living with that would give me a migraine because out of the corner of my eye, I would constantly see the water actually moving, even though my brain knows that it's not. But it's not unattractive. All right, so what do we have for rugs that we already own? Do we have something that will work? No. Everybody was so excited when this white rug came out, and people actually said, "Oh, I bet that's going to sneak onto your top 10's rugs list for next year." No, I bought five. Obviously, I made one purchase. I got five rugs the day these came out. So excited. I've used one, and now we're about to use two. I have to put some kind of floral something. Ooh, wait, no. Bad call. Thank you. Reverse, reverse. How about that? That was a nice gift. I didn't hate that. Perfect. Um, and then we need a gold lamp. Weird, but okay, I guess. Is that better? Should I just, you know what? I should use a different table because that's weird. That one's very small. Color, gold. Okay, that is too gold. Nope, that's too clunky with the coffee table because the coffee table is quite petite. That one is okay. I think the top is actually clear glass, but we don't have to tell anybody that. We'll use this worlds away table. It it reads as white. Okay, and then the only thing we need to do is choose another. That is this better? Yeah, no, we're gonna use that. This one is too green. And some kind of art there. How about that? Lovely. All right, finish. Submit design. 14 keys. Let's do some voting. Oh my god. This is like Death's daughter learns to decorate. All right, well, clearly we're going to choose the room on the top. That my eye is twitching. I opened this room and my right eye is literally twitching. This is not gold. These stools and this end table, they're not gold. They're yellow, and this is painful. The room on the top is doing a very nice job of bringing color to this black room, and using the black coffee table is trying to bring this all together. Is this a better effort than the room on the bottom? I think it is. I'm going to vote for the room on the top. Room on the bottom, really nice. Room on the top, not as nice. The room on the bottom is more cohesive, and that art with these furniture choices is really, really good. I would like to say, however, a lamp costs like $300. Buy a fucking lamp. I understand that there are people who are like, it blocks the sofa. I don't care. like, just looking at this room, all I can see is the missing lamp, but I'm voting for it anyway. Oh, look, somebody used the new stools that we all just won. Both of these rooms are awful. Well, the room on the top is certainly less awful, and the only awful thing about the room on the top is the art, and I don't know what this person was thinking, but look, we all have bad days. Really nice effort on top. Not such a nice effort on the bottom. There's a lot of different colors, patterns, and design aesthetics going on down there. Like, I don't think the sort of Renoir type art with the dead animal rug is a vibe. The room on the top is maybe not totally cohesive, but it's certainly better than the room on the bottom. And again, I cannot remind people enough, we are not assigning values to these rooms. Like qualitative. We are not assigning quantitative value to these rooms. We are not saying, oh, this room is a 4.4, this room is a 4.5. This is not the Olympics. You are not a judge. You are not handing out a numerical score. You are providing a qualitative score for these rooms. You're simply saying one is better than the other. The room on the bottom brings all of the things that this room and this limited edition asked for. However, the room on the top is also a super good effort. Um, but I think I'm going to vote for the room on the bottom just because it's used the yellow colorway to work with the yellow cushion color cue. Did really like the bird cage. Please buy a fucking rug. Buy a rug. I'm voting for the room on the bottom because the person on the top did not buy a fucking rug. The room on the bottom seems very immature. There's not a design aesthetic. There's just a random collection of objects that this designer presumably likes without really a lot of thought as to how they work together with one another. The super spotty contemporary painting of the ballerina with the super spotty rug where one is blue and the other is green is not working. The room on the top is a lot more cohesive, and it like please buy some art. You have some brown art in your inventory that you won for something. Please use it. But we are where we are. Oh, is that a super grown up at the top? Is that like a very old person? Hold on. Yes, level 120. That person just leveled up, and look at all the things that they won. They won this fern, you get at 120, and they won this art that you get at 120. Yeah, I know, it's fine. We'll talk about my shitty internet connection another day. They got this at level 120, and they still could not buy a rug that doesn't look like shit. I mean, almost any rug would have been better than this. The rug on the bottom, for example. But the one on the top has more stuff and is better, so we're voting for that. The room on the bottom is not bad. I do want to say I love these so much. I did at some point this week style an outdoor room entirely around these, and I didn't do a very good job, but I got to use them, so I didn't care. And sometimes that's how it works. Um, the person on the bottom, I feel like might be a new player or something. Um, this is not a terrible room. It's absolutely fine down here on the bottom. We're voting for that. And I think that's it. I'm gonna finish voting and send in this room and hope for the best and probably not score particularly well. So that is this week's episode of Game of Rugs. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this week's episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to become a subscriber, we would love to have you. Bye now.